Hey, my Taurus babies, what's happening? This is EJ from Taurota Tarot, getting ready to do your weekly update. Cards have already been shuffled and cut. We are rolling tomorrow, Monday, September 28th through the following Tuesday, October 6th. Yes, sir. It is the end of September. You heard me? Halloween is quickly and fastly approaching. That part. What I saw in the cards so far, Mercury retrograde. October 14th through November 3rd. So we're already running through shadow period. Plus, comma, you got Mars retrograde. So this is my word to you. And this is pretty much a card I'm pretty sure going to uphold this. Do everything you can do between now and October 10th. Buy food, shop, all that shit. When this retrograde period hits, go somewhere and sit down. You're going to get hit with a whole lot of shit. I promise you. By the time you get to the end of this reading, which will be October 6th, you will be right on the cusp of Mercury getting ready to station direct. So this shadow period, get as much as you can get done and then go somewhere and sit down. I promise you the retrograde is going to bring every past ex you know ever, have known ever, into your experience. So if you are in a new situation, relationship, situationship, cohabitationship, whichever ship you own, stay on it. The past is going to come up with some real interesting shit. I'm just telling you what I know and what I see and hear. Don't fall for the woo-woo, especially if it's somebody coming back. Oh, baby, I'm so sorry. I was having issues. You ain't trying to hear issues. I'm just saying, we are not trying to hear issues. So what we have on the board right now, overall, front end, change, back end, creativity, solar plexus chakra or the I can, spiritual partnership, rebirth, nature, parenting, patience, light, pride, and synchronicity. So from the bottom, change, pulling the Hermit, creativity, pulling the Four of Cups, solar plexus chakra or the I can, moving out of the choppy into the calmer with the Six of Swords, spiritual partnership, the Judgment, rebirth, Three of Swords, nature, Lover's card, oh boy, parenting, Nine of Wands, patience, Six of Cups, light, Nine of Swords, pride, Four of Swords, synchronicity, Six of Wands. So as you can see, this is a packed week, full of fun and activity for everyone. In your overall. Oh, it shouldn't be a surprise. The change, you should just be looking for it. This is all over the damn place. But that the Hermit card is sitting on top. This is telling me that a lot of you are in reflective mode. You're already thinking about moving forward, what you want to do, where you'd like to go, looking at the landscape, trying to figure out what's going to be the best move to make. On the back end of your overall energy, the Four Cups sitting on top of the creativity. You're trying to figure out how to spice it up before you get to the Five of Cups. Because some of you in relationships that might be borderline hanky right now, you trying not to get to that Five of Cups type situation where you have some kind of fallout. So you're trying to be creative about how you're dealing with things at this point in your relationships. This could be work relationships as well. Same thing, that hanky energy. You're borderline. You ready to quit. You're trying to be creative and just sit tight. Some of you Tauruses need to do just this. You need to just sit there and look bored and figure out what your next move is going to be. Trying to move in this energy right now may not be the best idea. I'm probably talking to myself as much as anybody else, trying to leave a job, whatever. It may be time just to sit still, let some of this big energy get past you, which is probably going to take us to the first part of December. getting out of shadows, and Mars and Mercury and everybody else decided they want to take a poop on Earth, might just behoove you to hold on a second. Looking at tomorrow's energy, and be mindful. I keep trying to remember to say this in every reading. I obviously don't do it. If you're watching this reading in December 2020 and it resonates with you, then just trust the energy for the time that you see this. It don't have to be September 28th. It could be October 5th. Just be aware, time is fluid. At any rate, the Six of Swords sitting on top of the I Can with the solar plexus chakra, trying to, you can get past all of this, but it's the grind down. Any of you that have ever seen canoe teams, I'm a native, well, I'll share a little piece. I'm a native of Washington, D.C. And something that I used to like to do in the springtime is watch I think it's GW's canoe team in the Potomac practicing. Man, they get going. Google it. YouTube it. I'm sure it's on here. The rowing teams, man, when they get going. So this is kind of how you're going to actually, and I just did October monthly love and finance over the last 2 days. By the time you see this, they'll both be up. It's about the grind down. You know pretty much what you want. You know what you're trying to get away from. You know who you need on your rowing team to make this happen. And this is exactly where you are right now. Knowing that you can do this, it's a pain in the ass to get on the grind. I know it is, especially with a pandemic. You can't go outside without a mask on. Please don't cough. You got 50 people turning around looking at you like you're crazy. I know this is difficult. But the only way we're going to get to where we're trying to go is to go through all this bullshit right now. It sucks, the big one, but it is what it is. So just know you grinding. That GW canoe team, y'all working some shit out. You're trying to get to where it's better. You know you can do this. We get to the Judgment sitting on top of the spiritual partnership card. This has a lot of, I just did Libra's monthly, a lot of the same kind of energy that Libra had in their reading. It's about finding like-minded people, spiritual partnership, people that think like you, that have an inkling towards the same things that you do. A lot of you are going to be, and this is major energy, you're going to be making decisions in this upcoming week or so about people that just no longer fit in your damn experience because they keep with the same shit. And the underlying note in this card is to be as humble and compassionate as you can be when you're making this damn judgment call. If there's conversations that have to happen, I think for a lot of you, just distancing yourself on Facebook and Messenger will probably go a long way in person as well. Y'all know what I'm saying. If you're not friends with folks on Facebook and just dealing with people in real life, keeping conversations short, not letting anybody's negative energy get into your experience or your environment, and keeping you from working with the canoe team. I'm just saying. We get to Wednesday with the Three of Swords and the rebirth. Many of you have healed or are currently in the final stages of healing from emotional wounds and heartbreak and breakups and shit. And look at there, rebirth. So many of you are right at the threshold. You may know who your next partner is going to be. You're right at that before you go over the hump. Making sure that you have as much of this old energy cleared out as you possibly can, so you're not schlepping that shit into your rebirth. Particularly with romantic relationships, this could also be about work. Those of you getting out of bad situations at work, people, managers, supervisors just not giving zero fucks about you, how you feel, what you do. Healing from that before you move on to your rebirth and the next thing. Looking at Thursday, the Lover's card sitting on top of the nature. Again, your environment. And for Tauruses, nature is very important. Looking at the level, I know this came up last week or the week before, looking at the level of commitment that you're making to anything. And if it's really resonating in, okay, let's just forget the word nature. Look at the card. Are the things that you're committing to, the people that you're committing to, are they helping you grow? There you go. Come right back up here. Are there some changes that need to be made? You may need to come midweek into the weekend or the beginning of the weekend. Maybe some situations that come to the fore. I said this at the beginning of the read. Exes coming out of the woodwork. They may be just trying to jump past go and get right to St. Charles Place with you on the Monopoly board, and they want to just get right back into it. The same energy, Taurus, because this is a major card. So whatever you're thinking about, it's major energy. Whatever you're reflecting on, the judgments that you're thinking about making, bringing it right here to that level of commitment. Are they worth it? Do they need to be in your natural, all natural environment with you? Something to think about. Like I said, exes are going to try and jump past go. They're going to cut a line and do some other shit. Think about it. Think about it. The bigger energy as far as relationships and going through this Mercury retrograde, it's going to be what it's been pretty much for the year. Leaving the old behind and getting with something new. That's not to say some of you are not going to go back to old relationships. If that resonates with you, if there was any kind of cheating or heartbreak going on in them old relationships and you've healed past that and feel like you've had a major rebirth, then by all means do it. But some people are going to try and hop on the wheel of fortune and then just jump off right in front of you like, hey, I'm back. Don't be fooled. I'm just saying, don't be fooled. Your centerpiece and your challenge for the next 8 or 9 days, the 9 of Wands sitting on top of the parenting. Don't let people blow shit out of proportion on you. You know how somebody say, it's a fight. And before you even think about what you're doing, you done ran out your door trying to see who's outside fighting and arguing. Don't. Parenting. That's exactly what it's sitting on top of. But this is going way beyond the kids. Not to say it don't include the kids. This is about your parents, everybody. Anybody that is in any kind of, for lack of a better phrase, positive codependent relationship with you, i.e. your parents, your children, other family members that depend on you, your significant other. Yeah, this is including all of that. Don't let any of them have you running out the house without your shoes on. Because I guarantee you, whatever it is, they're blowing it out of proportion and you're going to be mad because whatever this little thing is, or things, it's a time waster. You know how to say that. So just be mindful of people blowing things out of proportion. Now, we want to hone in on this a little bit, particularly where your kids are concerned. The message coming through for some of you, you got teachers. Hey, I just wasn't online. We couldn't see his business. Okay. He wouldn't wear his mask. I don't know. We were trying to tell him. Everybody is amped up right now. Let's just get that in perspective. Everybody. Teachers, doctors, lawyers, the people at the gas station, the people at the grocery store. Everybody amped up. Don't let them get you off your game, Taurus. Particularly with your kids or any interpersonal relationship you have that's of a positive codependency type. And this is also the people that work with your kids or your parents or family members or your significant other. Don't do it, because they're going to waste your time, and at the end of that, you're going to be mad. When we get to the 6 of Cups on top of the patience, working through old relationship issues, sitting up under that 3 of Swords, not a mistake in the rebirth. Those of you that really are trying to work, you've committed prior to this energy that you're going to work on relationship. There may have been some cheating, patience. That's what it's going to take, just some patience. And this is active patience. You actively being patient. I don't know, how do you actively be patient? By not forcing anything and waiting on things to unfold and happen, to ensure the success of whatever rebirth, rekindling, mending, repairing we're talking about. Don't forget, we're running right into Mercury retrograde, so this is not odd. But this is something that's been going on for a while. There's some divine energy here at play, so just be patient. Things are going to work out for the good. It's just going to take some time. For others of you that have exes, you're not currently dating anybody, but you got exes trying to climb into your cup. Once again, Mercury retrograde. You may just have to be patient with them and let them play whatever little scenario in their mind out. Doesn't necessarily mean you have to be an active participant, but you don't, what's the energy? You don't want to push them off, as it were. There may be a reason, hence the little cup up there with the hand. There may be a reason why. So just be patient with folks as best you can be. You already know what you're going to do. So, it's no sense in trying to rush somebody off. Look, I'm tired of you. I told you we're done. Just be cool. Chill out. Again, if you're working on a situation that you've been working on prior to this energy, keep doing it. Be patient. All is well. When we get to next Sunday with the Nine of Swords on top of the light, all that up at night is going to shed some light on a situation for you. This has got money implications. So somebody's been lying to you about what they've been doing with the money. This could be anything from the kids with the lunch money to your investor with your stock money. Light will be shed. So some of you already got a hankling, whatever. You already got an inkling some bullshit is going on. You're up at night. I promise you the light will be shown sooner rather than later. When we get to the Four of Swords sitting on the Pride card, don't let your pride make you lose your composure, whatever situation this is regarding. Don't let your pride make you lose your composure. Now, if you do lose your composure in said situation, whoever this is resonating with, eat the fish, leave the bones. It's not going to do anything really to damage your reputation or anything. But again, it's got that wasted energy. Wasted time, wasted energy. People that are out to get you off your game, you probably already have a good inkling of who they are. Don't let your pride get in the way because you're trying to compete on some bullshit. Again, it's not so much damage to your reputation, but it's just damage. And it's time wasted. Go sit down somewhere. When you see folks acting out the next week or so, just go sit down somewhere. Let them do their thing. Obviously, if you need to stand up, stand your ground, stand up in your light about something, most certainly do it. But people that are just, doing dumb shit, don't let your pride get in the way. At the end of all of this, the Six of Wands and the synchronicity, for many of you looking for new gigs, even new relationships for all of that, it's going to be a level of synchronicity. Be mindful. Try to be in the present moment. This is going to be an upgrade for many of you. Job and relationship both. Keep your eyes open. Look for the synchronicity. That'll lead you to where you need to go. Got new oracle cards. Colette Baron-Reid. Enchanted map. I like them very much. They talk my language. So that's what we are going to use for advice and encouragement. I'm sorry, I'm getting kind of hoarse now. This is the third one in a row. This is why I don't ordinarily do a lot of readings altogether, because it takes so much out of me to do it. But it's all good. Do as much as you can for the home front this week, Taurus. Mending and repairs and shit, whether it's in the physical realm or within. Do as much as you can do. Don't stress yourself. I'm going to say that again. Don't stress yourself on shit. Please do not make somebody else's crisis your immediate medical response emergency, because it's not. It's so not. Let them have their crisis. Let them trip out. Folks start running around you. Go get you a bag of popcorn and a soda and sit down and watch the show. Strength. Storm fields. Cleaning house. God dog it. Cards just don't lie. They don't lie. You're going to need it. God damn it, you're going to need it. You're going to be dealing with some of these folks who just are, like I said, people are amped up. So instead of your pride, use your inner strength. And some of you may need to literally use some physical strength to maintain your composure so you are not just getting blown away by any and everything coming your way. Carry those that you need to carry, but not a soul more. I don't know who needs to hear that, but carry those that you need. It may be somebody, and not necessarily financially. You may need to just be there to support them. Carry them. Do what you need to do, but don't let anybody else get all up into what you're doing, why you're doing it, none of that crap. I'm going to say this is probably more related to the upcoming Mercury retrograde than anything. So this is a point of preparation. You see the damn storm coming. What the hell? Batten down the hatches, like I said. Let this week be the week that you get all the shit that you need, do all the shit you need to do. So come next week, even though you won't actually be into Mercury retrograde, you'll be so close to it, you won't have to do nothing but sit down. Very frustrating time coming up, especially with mechanical things not working. Your internet, you may soon see if your mind is already acting a fool. In and out, phone calls being dropped, that kind of shit. Cleaning house. Same thing. Get rid of people that no longer serve your higher purpose. Shit got you up at night. Folks saying shit. People doing shit with your money. Once again, might be time to clean house. Might be time for a new bank. It might be time for a new set of more like-minded people around you, however that's resonating. Time to clean house. Let's see what the granny cards got. Something not right. I'm going to stick that right there. Something ain't right. It's got you up. Don't stress this. Don't stress this. As long as you're standing up on your side and doing what you're supposed to be doing, which I don't see that any of you had that problem. But as long as you're doing what you need to do, it's going to come to light. But just know something is not right. And it's money. And it's somebody trying to tell you something about your money. Trying to have you do something with your money. They ain't telling it all. They are not telling it all. So just be mindful of that. Keep it to yourself. Be open to different. So those of you who to yourself. It's a lot of legs on this. Keep it to yourself. Anything that you're doing for yourself, any changes that you're making, even if you've discussed them before, now is the time not to discuss them. Just keep all your shit on the DL. New changes you're making with your money, changing lovers, any of that shit, keep it to yourself. Now is just not the time to be talking, because folks is going to start running their mouth about stuff they know nothing about. Be open to different. Those of you coming through this whole rebirth thing, and you know now you're finally ready to get your little bull horns out there to see what's on the landscape. Be open to different. Those of you looking for jobs, be open to different, because that multi-million-dollar gig you looking for might be that one job like, I ain't never heard of no internet cleaner. What do they do? Just saying. Be open to different. Taurus, I love you. October 1st is this coming Thursday. I hope y'all finish the month of September off well and start the month of October off in grand fashion. I love you. I will talk to you soon. Bye, y'all.